Hello, hello, everybody. It's the old man from Gleason. Mr. Gleason News. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Thought I'd come on and say hello to everybody. Anybody want to comes in tonight? More than welcome to come up and join me on the panel if you want. Hang out for a little bit. See if anybody shows up. I know there's several streams going on. I think tonight everywhere. Big T and Mama T, they're not on tonight, so I talked to him earlier, and Big T and Mama T there, and he's working on something for Thursday nights coming up pretty soon. Where it's no money involved. It's just a game night on Thursday night. They're going to start having, uh, and you can come up on the panel and participate in it. It sounds pretty fun. I just don't know what all yet he's got planned exactly. And I got a couple things I brought up. I'm gonna put on the camera and show in a few minutes if anybody comes in and just kind of have a chat time. And if anybody wants to come up and join me, you're more than welcome. And I'm gonna paste my StreamYard right over here. Let's see here. There's the StreamYard link. I'm looking on here, trying to see how you pin a comment. May have to do that over on the YouTube side. I don't know. Can everybody hear me okay tonight? Uh, See, I got looks like two people in here right now. If somebody could just kind of let me know if you can hear me, okay, or not. See here. Can anybody hear me out there tonight? I think I'm talking on the CB radio. Well. Let's see here.
I have some things to say, so take it on the way and listen to me, to me. You have to seize my sense, release me with intent. It is not easy, please me.
Playing with my little sound box over here. Waiting on somebody. Can somebody put a comment in the chat if you can hear me okay? Uh, I'd appreciate it. Let's see here. I see myself on my phone. Hey, Coin Junkie, how you doing, buddy? Uh, you're more than welcome to come up and join me if you want to. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. They've done a few new things on here, and I'm setting some stuff on my phone right now. Hey, David Carlisle, how you doing, old buddy? Good to see you here tonight, old bud. They got a new thing where when you put somebody on as a moderator, now it says managing moderator or standard moderator. I see how, and I see how what all the difference is. It tells you. That's interesting. Well, Corn Junkie, if I'm on in here in a little while, come back up. Come back and join me. You're more than welcome. I'm gonna I'm gonna show a couple things over here in a minute that ain't nothing, just a couple little things. Just trying to make talk and have a little chat room going on for a little while. Let's see here. Tap something one more time, Coin Junkie. There we go. I got you turned blue on there with us. Yeah, there's a couple different little things they do different the last day or two on here when you're setting everything up. Let's see. I'm gonna go switch my camera here. Here I am. Hey everybody. Let's see. I'm gonna switch my camera a minute. See my Rosie dime. It's a '64 Rosie dime. It's got a heart in it right there. Put it on a little chain the other day. I think I got that at Big T's back at Christmas time one night. And I don't know if anybody that went to the fun show. Here's one of the show. This was from 1960. It was the 6th annual convention fun show, and let's see here. It was in Miami, Florida, back then. But this thing's got a BU 1960 penny, but this was in 1961, of course, because it's in January. So, but let me get it up there closer. Now on the back, that thing, 6th annual convention. I didn't ever know why they called it the fun show, but it's Florida United Numismatics. And you see on the bottom over there, it's got 1961, and then it's got the 1960 penny in it. And it says 100th anniversary of the Civil War, 1861, 1961. And it's got old Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, it might be a lucky scratcher. That's right. I have to try that sometime if I still got it. I told a couple of people about it and tried to get word to some of the people that went to the fun shows, and I thought somebody that went to them a lot might be interested in that. I mean, to me, I won't never get to go to one of them, so I thought it was pretty neat. I kind of just stumbled up on it in some Christmas stuff that I got from Big T back at Christmas, and didn't realize that was about the fun show. David Carlisle, did you have that ice storm like we had here in Tennessee? We had about 3 rounds of it, and but the roads finally cleared up today here. We never lost power. It flickered once or twice the first night, and but we never lost power. I'm glad of that. Just be glad when this ice is gone from everywhere. It's tough for me to walk anyway after I got over my sciatica episode, and I look like the old man. I got an old pecan walking stick that I made, and When I go out and went to the car or anything, I had to go outside. I had that stick with me. It helped me to get around. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I just kind of bored tonight. I sat around this afternoon and watched Big Flip. He opened a few $half, and he had a little stream this in the middle of the evening. That gave me a little something to do for a while. And Jay, I enjoyed it. It was a small in, but it was nice. I was thinking maybe Big T or old Cajun Corn Hunter might come over tonight. I don't figure they'd get a notification, but I didn't. I don't schedule when I do mine. I just set it all up and go live. I don't. I scheduled one time one day just to see how it felt to do it. Uh, no rain, just rain in Alabama. Yeah, that's we were borderline. I tell you what, it could have been really bad if we hadn't gotten a lot of sleet included with ours. It could have gotten really bad. I'd take the sleet over the freezing rain, definitely. But anyway, I'm gonna stay here a few minutes and see if anybody shows up. I might see if I can send one to Mr. Cajun Corn Hunter. There he is. I got that one sent to Mr. Cajun. Hey, John Howe, how you doing tonight, buddy? Good to see you. I just came on to chat for a little bit. Had a couple of things I was throwing out to show. Back in my earlier running days, I had a Corvette. Got a little Corvette emblem there. It goes on your necklace. I think they gold plated or something. I don't know, but they've stayed in good shape. I've had them several years. And I had a Cadillac limousine. I got the Cadillac, uh, that one right there. That's pretty neat. I was going through some stuff today. I'm doing fair, John. I'm doing fair. Back in my running around days, every once in a while I'd put on all my gold. Sometimes I had a gold watch, a gold bracelet, and a gold necklace, and I don't use any of it no more. There's the Corvette one. I've had two Corvettes in my life, and that was before you have a wife and children. Excuse me. And John, did you see this earlier? I don't know if you were in here or not. This is from the sixth annual fun show, uh, and it was. I guess originally it started out in Miami. Of course, they have it in Orlando now, but back in 1960, this was for 61, but it's got a 1960 penny because they hold it in January, of course. But that was from the fun show. It's got old Abraham Lincoln there. It's a good looking penny for a 1960. I was showing it off mainly just in case if someone come in that seen the fun show and wanted to collect something from way back. I think the fun show, believe it started in actually the first year. Now this is what I read. It was 1955 was the first year they had the fun show, and it says Florida United Numismatist, if I can say that right. That's what FUN stood for. And when I first heard it, I just thought, oh, well, it was a fun show because I guess it's fun. But I guess it worked both ways. Anybody need a P&D 1976 uncirculated coin set? I've got the P&D both in here. It's got the dollar and the half and the quarter, dime, nickel, penny. And I just really was coming on just to make conversation. Kind of got bored. I've been stuck in the house for so many days here where we couldn't get out, and about to drive me kind of silly. But if anybody's interested in that, if you see anyone that cared about the fun show stuff, that's something would be a good older collector item from it. And I'm doing $20 on that one. If anybody's interested, and the double the P&D 76 bicentennial set. Excuse me, $20 on that if anybody might be interested. And then the 64 rosy dime with the heart, and the chain goes with it. I don't know what inch chain it is. It fits around my big neck. And I think I'm due, I don't know, I'll just say 25 on it. Make a nice little necklace to wear. And it can be changed out very easy. The dime, it can be put on a smaller, change any kind of necklace you want it on. I gotta fix John Howe up here. Let me see. I don't know. There you go. You should be turned colors now. I try to keep them just everybody I know and always that I see that I know. When they come in, I just make them blue. If I get time, if I'm busier, I may not get to do it. But oh man, I don't know. It looks like Cajun Corn Hunter. He might be sleeping on me. He may be in another stream though. There's so many different ones, and he watches a lot of streams that I don't watch. So David, why don't you come up and join me? I got me a big, huge mug of ice water. Well, well, well. Got a cool, blank planchet penny there. I mean, it ain't nothing on her. Maybe I can hold it where I'm supposed to. It's a blank for sure. Ain't nothing on that rascal. Cool. Excuse me, John. If you ever, now I'm by far never no expert, but if you ever want to do a private stream when you first start on there to ever do it, if you haven't ever before, you're more than welcome. If you send me an email, uh, we can go and do a private stream, and then you can kind of uh, you can get used to it. You know, I put my email out there on the screen where if you want to write it down, and or you may have my email. I think so. I've emailed you not long ago, I think, and I'm going to definitely going to get one of those. Uh, I'm going to definitely get one of the Trump. Uh-oh, Cajun was trying to come up with us. There's Mr. Cajun. How you doing, old buddy?
Hey, Gleason, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Sounding
Okay.
very well. Good job.
Waiting on everything to catch up because I can't see nothing yet. I
Yeah.
can't I can't see myself in the panel yet. It's
Oh,
just a black screen, but it'll come in. And let me
oh,
you know what? Let me reload.
hello there, Frostbite. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Anybody want to, you're more than welcome. I'm going to throw it up here again. Anybody wants to come up and join us and talk, more than welcome to tonight. Let's see. Let's try to throw Cajun in here again. There, we got you one more time.
I can see y'all. Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
Chat. Hey, John Howe. Frostbite. David Carlisle, my Bama bro. What's up beside the cold and rain over there? I think I sent you that, David Carlisle. Sure did. We got tired of it down here in South Louisiana, man. We ain't been above. We've been in the 30s for the last 3 days for the highs.
Mm. And that's just not too normal for y'all, is it?
No, not at all. Last night, okay, I take that back. Kind of retract some of that statement. Last night it got to 40, I think, for the high. Last night at about 2 in the morning, it got to 41. It went from 38 to 41. You know, a couple of degrees, couple of 3 degrees there.
It's
And
been days since we've had it that.
uh, and then today, I think the high, yeah, it this thing says 41, but that's in Opelousas. My phone's saying 38. You know, I believe my phone. 'Cause I can walk outside and like, yeah, that's 38. That ain't 41.
Here I am back. I found myself.
Yep, boo, dro. That's right.
I was debating on whether to come up and stream for a little while tonight, and I thought, well, I could call you. I thought, well, I'll just go on and I'll just send you a invite in the email. Thought Big T might come up tonight. I don't think he's not doing anything really
I
tonight.
looked for him live early and I didn't see him. I
Yeah,
went
he.
all in his channel and looking. You know, he went live Monday. I saw that. I missed him. I was on my regular Monday night thing with
Yeah.
Nader and them, and
Now he's
he was
gonna
gone by the time I got off.
in the. I don't know if it's gonna be next week or not, but uh, in the next few weeks ahead coming, Big T's talking about on Thursday nights they're going to have a game night, but not the kind of game night what you're probably thinking. This one here is no money involved, and it's a fun. There'll be different kinds of games, and everybody, how many ever that's in the game can come up on the panel. And, uh, he showed it to me and told me with about one of them, but I'm not going to try to tell it. I'm just going to wait and let him
I'll
know. But
check it out. I'll get with him. I need to call him. I need to call Big T anyway. I hadn't talked to him in month of Sundays, Coon's age, so uh, it'd be good to hear his voice again, over the phone.
Mhm.
So, but I checked my email earlier because I heard a beep notification on my cell phone, and sure enough, it was you. And then while you were there, I mean, I'm trying to duck and dodge and play, jump stream, jump ship. Power Stroke Jude's waiting on me. That's my regular Thursday night thing.
Well, I was thinking
But I said, no, I'm coming over here first.
you were probably in something. I
What's
didn't know.
that?
I don't know. I'm getting a big back feed on your side. I don't know what it's if it's a
Hold on.
speaker or.
Let me move this. Did you understand anything I said?
Yeah, yeah. It's just when I talk, I'm getting a big back feed or something from over on that side. I can tell it. You know. I hate, and I really don't. I hate wearing a headset, but it works better
Oh,
for
I
me.
don't. I don't hate it. I just
Okay.
forget, and there's a lot of channels I'm in, panels. They don't have that problem.
I've tried so many different ones. Of course, now I've never spent any major money for a good one, and I didn't even know I had this one tonight. And it's just for the one ear, and
Mm.
but it works real good. I kind of like it, and it's actually the way I'm set up. I'm using this, but I'm also live with this as well right now. I'm
Yeah, I
it's
can hear you. I can hear
work,
the tap on it. Yeah.
yeah, it's working both of them the way I set it up, and I'm telling you, it took me 2 hours one day sitting in here because I couldn't get. I thought something happened to this microphone. I kept working and working with it. I couldn't get nothing to come on. I knew I was hooked up right. I just didn't have the right buttons clicked. You had to go in there on the settings and
Hmm.
inputs and the outputs.
Go in the StreamYard setting, and it'll tell you what mics you have plugged in,
Hmm.
and
And
it'll tell
then,
you which one that's on.
and then this was the first sound card I've ever had in my life, and then I went in and hooked that all up, and there was nothing. It was really nothing to it.
Plug
Uh,
and play on that.
yeah,
No,
and
now I hear myself. Wait, no, I don't.
I can still. I had never missed you yet. It's all. Now frostbite. Does I'm almost sure I'm subscribed to you, frostbite, and I'm trying to think. Do you do a cornrow hunt and a auction? Frostbite. I gotta turn him. Let's see here.
He's over in Texas.
I
He
got.
probably just changed his name to Frostbite because it just got frosty over there. No, I'm picking.
Did you notice Cajun? Next time you stream, and if you go on there, and if you're ever about to make someone a moderator, it now gives you the option. Well, it does on my phone. It never done it before like this. It gives you the thing do a managing or a standard moderator. There's two different types of
Yeah,
mod.
you got a super mod. They call him that.
But
Yeah,
it used to not be that way. I mean,
right. They
uh,
just did it last day or two, something like that.
that and on a lot of streams, I'm gonna show you if I can here. Uh, you see where it says live chat and it says top messages, not live chat and top chat, and
Uh-huh.
it's different. It's like if I tap it, let's see here.
Because your a phone automatically goes to live chat. Then
Mm-hmm.
you could have top chat, I think, but you don't really want that.
I'm trying to click on it right here now.
On which one?
Let's see here.
Frostbite. What part of Texas you in? Surprised me.
I think he might be already gone. Might have missed.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just seen what he put. Yeah. If he might still be here.
Thanks for coming, Frostbite. If you're still here, I appreciate it.
I got some cousins in Texas. Some
I,
cousins over
oh
there.
yeah.
Oh, a bunch.
Uh, yeah, John. I kind of look forward to it. I'd love to go on there with you someday when you first set up because I'm gonna tell you, the fellas right here beside of me, him and Big T were the ones who first got me uh, taught how to go on and mute YouTube side out when you go up there on the panel with somebody, and so you don't have all that double talk and back feed, and it's really simple. It's really simple, but uh,
Yeah, me and Gleason go back a long ways.
yeah, we've been good old buddies and friends for about what 3 4 years roughly now. That I
Something
maybe
like that.
longer, but at least that long. Right about that long.
At least three. I mean, I knew Big T before I knew you. You came in. I think I met you through Big T, or
Mhm.
you had came in one of my channels, my streams, and I brought you over to Big T, or Big T
Right.
brought me over to you. One of the two.
Well, I found you. I'm pretty sure, Cajun, with because I met you on Big Teach, and then I
Okay.
subscribed to you. In fact, it was you and
Because
uh,
I was a regular on Thursday nights with Big T and
yeah,
Mondays. You know,
and
for
one other
auctions.
fella from New York was up there that night with you, and I went blank. Uh,
We talking about James Goulet.
he's got a dog. He used to bring in there in the room and pick at that big old dog on the stream while he was in there. I'll think of him in just a minute. It's been so long since he's been on there. I forgot. I've lost. I can't think of the name.
Oh yeah, New York. You talking about
My goodness.
uh oh crap. I hadn't seen him in a while. Big T neither. In fact, one night he came up in there and surprised the hell out of both of us
Mm-hmm. Uh,
a while back, about 6 months ago. And he used to be on Pammy Jones' channel, live streams a lot too.
let's see. 39's fine. I finally
Okay,
saw it.
no,
39's fine.
not him, but a fella that's not far from him. I remember 39s. He'd be there up with us sometimes. There's this other guy. I can't remember his name. That's what's bad. I forget names if I don't keep up with them. Since I had that stroke about 12 years ago.
Yeah, with your beard all grown back in now, Cajun, and everything, and your
Shit, I just
color's back
shaved three
good.
days. I just shaved 3 days ago.
I
Four at the most, four. Now my goatee's
was
still
gonna
there.
say now, not that, because if he did, you'd be a gorilla in another 2 or 3
Oh no, no, my goatee's always there in my stash. But this is only 4 days old.
Mm.
I can grow a beard now. Believe me, I can grow it. It don't
Well,
take
I'm
long.
rough looking today, and this is about a week for me, and that now if I were to go, say 2 months, Lord, I just I can't go through the process of it as it's coming in, it
It's
worries
all
me to death.
it's all that French coon ass in me.
I just can't, I've tried it, and I hate shaving.
It'll start itching after 5 or 6 days. It'll itch for a couple of days and it'll go away and it gets
Mhm.
softer. You know, it gets longer, it gets softer. I
Yeah.
got a tough beard, man.
Oh, I've tried, electric
Rakesh the
razors.
Honda.
We've got someone from India, Rakesh. Hello, Rakesh.
That's what I
Uh,
was. That's the name I was saying.
uh, see here, what was I saying now? My mind's not very long.
About the beard.
Yeah, now, I've tried the electric razor, and they do
Charles,
not work for me.
Charles, Charles.
Oh, you're thinking about that took Big T to the coin show that time. Yeah, Charles Kelly. Charles
Charles.
Kelly. Kelly.
Yeah, he's in New York, correct?
Well, he was. Now, the best of my understanding now, he married the lady and he's in the Philippines. He
Hmm.
retired and moved to the Philippines.
Wow.
Uh,
That's why I ain't seen him lately. I
Keith
heard
says,
that. I forgot. I heard that a while back.
Keith says his beard makes an itch, but his wife likes the hair. Hmm. Yeah, I just, gosh, it's been Cajun. I've been like, you know how you just feeling like being locked up in jail the last few days with the way the weather was.
Oh man, I'm telling you, it's
Uh,
cold and nasty. Like I said, it never got out to 30s for the highs.
Now, did you have an ice storm? Did you have an ice storm there?
No, but Houston sure got crippled with
Oh,
an ice
man,
storm.
we've had it. You ought to see me going down the ramp out my front door and then go down the ramp to the sidewalk. It wasn't
At least
easy.
you got something to hold on to though,
Yeah,
walking down
and
the ramp.
that's what I done actually, and going forward, I couldn't even do it because I mean, I'm 6'2", and I'm a little on the heavy side, but when I go down with the way my hip and my knee is, I'd turn around and hold on to that rail and take backward steps till I
Yeah.
got to the ground level.
Oh,
Uh,
Rakesh, he likes Trump.
I was just now reading that.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm gonna be a supporter myself, and they're talking in the news here today about it appears to be it's going to be a rematch and of Trump and Biden. But I'm telling you, there's so much stuff going on. It's just, I mean, I ain't gonna get. I mean, I can talk about it. It don't bother. I ain't gonna get into it with nobody. But it's just so much stuff going on. We have so much crookedness going on in government here.
Hanky panky, yeah.
Yeah, it's just I mean, I'm thankful every day to get up and know that, we're still free for the most
Yeah.
part in America and uh, you know, it's it could be worse, you know,
Yeah, you right. Yeah, you said that right.
and and the way our people and the things that are going on the streets and the way people are acting, I just don't get it. I mean, we've got it so good here and yeah, that's right. Don't believe anything that television tells you. That's right, John. Uh, I believe, John, I'm 100% with you on that comment too. I
Hmm.
I believe it till the day I die.
He's still involved in everything,
Yeah.
uh, keep
Well,
bills, helping bills getting pushed or not pushed or what have you. He still's got some influence.
the party's still behind him. They're
Yeah.
uh, and if they weren't, they would have done said it. And that Ron DeSantis is the only one they're talking right now that might have a chance to come up and beat him. Hey, there's two ATVs.
Hey, Daryl.
More than welcome to come join us too if
Oh,
you want to, there, Mr. ATV.
I tell you what, it's been hectic for me over here. Yesterday I started, or the day before yesterday, I was pulling out my binders. I bought some new binders and I had some binders with like some service manuals in it already,
Mm-hmm.
uh, electronic service manual, TVs and stuff, and had my oscilloscope uh, manual in there, and uh, because oscilloscope, man, you get a owner's manual that freaking thick. It's not just 2 pages. Like you order something from AliExpress in China, and they give you an owner's manual that's 2 pages. Well, the front page, the inside, the back page, and then you fold it over, and that's page 4. That's the owner's manual, just about on stuff you buy. But this one's like 100 something pages thick, and so you got to keep that in the binder. So anyway, I was going through some of my old service manuals on radios, CDs, 10-meter ham radios, and looking, I'm like, man, I cut some information off of this when I was printing this, and I got my printer back up and running. I got it running myself. HP wasn't no help. So I took it apart myself. The guy said, just throw it away and get you a new one. He says, nothing you can do for this one. I said, dude, I'm an electronics technician. I said, they got a damn good power switch mode power supply in that thing. Oh yeah, they do on that. Yeah, I agree. I do electronics too. They do get a good switch mode power supply in them. That's worth a damn. Worth a few dollars because I don't know where HP gets their stuff having their power supplies built, but they have quality control because that's an American company. They have quality control wherever it's made at. Somebody in charge of it.
Mhm.
So,
I
so
got
that's
you,
some good
John.
switch mode power supplies. Anything Hewlett Packard makes, I'll rob the power supplies out of it or try to get it up and running because anything, well, not a laptop, not that. They don't have power supplies in that.
No,
Your USB, your power supply plugs into the computer.
I've got an HP printer over in the other room. Look at
I got
here.
the
We
three in
got
one, the
we got
2600 series. There he is.
Hey,
Hello.
bud. How you doing?
Hello. No.
What's up,
Good to
dog?
see you.
Yeah.
Glad you came over to join us tonight.
Well, I I took me a nap and woke up and I seen you were live.
Uh,
So
yeah, I thought I'd
that's
get on
just
here and rattle my gums for a while.
yeah. Just I mean, you got to. The only thing I was gonna warn you about is when y'all were talking that political stuff.
Yeah,
Dude, they took my whole video down because of it, and I got a
really.
warning on my channel.
Wow.
So they do not
Mm,
the algorithm does not like to be taught.
yeah.
The
And
cat
that's
stuff.
something.
So
No, yeah, that's and we're supposed to have freedom of speech and everything, but uh, yeah, they want to keep us turned down. They don't want nobody to if you ain't in the right clique, I guess. But
uh, I'm,
if they turn me off ever, I guess I'll just uh, won't
uh,
have to worry about them no more.
yeah, that's
Start a new one.
I'll call Cajun on the telephone, and then they'll have to come get my telephone, I guess.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Damn.
yeah. But it's just
Can you hear me,
Yeah.
Darren? Okay.
yeah, yeah. Um, so what else has been going on this week?
We had the ice storm here, and I was telling Cajun about earlier, but the roads good. The roads are clear today, and a lot of it didn't get it much above freezing, but it got up enough 35 or so today, and but the roads were almost dry this morning, and we had a round of snow for 2 or 3 hours last night, but it
Damn.
it blew off the road. It didn't. Thank goodness it didn't stay on the roads. But
Well,
yes,
yesterday it got cold and it was raining. And then yesterday it was supposed to, I don't know, clear up, they said maybe, but today 100%. We
oh
sure got that 100%. I mean,
Uh,
that 100% is not how much it's going to rain. It's just that's the chance of rain in your area. So
yeah,
yeah, we got it. All of Louisiana got it, and Alabama's getting it, and Mississippi getting it. So yeah. And anyway, I went in. I threw some kitchen scraps and all, and were in grocery bags. Brought that out to the trash can, and I checked the mail, and it was drizzling on me. And I walked in the door in the house, and the dog was like waiting at the door for me. The dog got his head peeped out, like I ain't going out there. But she don't never go outside anyway, summer, whatever. She never gets out the house. House
uh,
dog, good thing. Anyway, uh, I walked in the house. I got by the heater, and Missy says, "Cold out there." I said, "I'll tell you what. If it drops 3 more degrees, it's gonna start sleeting, and 2 more degrees after that, it's gonna start snowing." He says, "Raining out there." I'm like, "Yeah."
We were we were kind of close. We were close to it, but it never did. It got down close to it, but it kind of went around us. So
We
I think we had a little freezing rain early this morning for a
we
little
had a
while. Just
quarter
like soft freezing rain,
we had a
yeah.
quarter inch of ice on the roads, sidewalk, everywhere.
Damn.
Trees at a good quarter inch. And if it hadn't come the sleet storm and it somehow the sleet made it better. I know that. And it kind of then the roads dried off today. I don't know how they dried off like they did, but the wind wasn't blowing that much.
No.
Mm.
Well, the north wind, the air's dry anyway, so it's going to help evaporate it.
And my backyard,
Mark Gulick, what's going on, mon ami?
Mark, I don't see Mark yet. Oh, now I see Mark. Hey, Mark, how's it going, bud?
I'll
Yeah, I'm
be right
working.
back. I got to go lean off the dock for
All right.
a second.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm working on just a small back porch that it was about 14 by 6, and it got in pretty bad shape. And in the last 2 years, I haven't been able to do anything like that. But we got out there the other day. I've got it all took out and putting it back where it's just going to be enough to come out of the house, and then I'm gonna have a ramp to. I don't use my backyard is small. All my property, the way mine's laid out, is all out to the left of where I'm at right now.
hmm
But on the back side of my house doesn't face the street. It's turned long ways.
yeah.
I live in a single wide, but I've had through the years, like this is not a mobile home I'm in right here. This is the one of the additions. I did 3 additions through the years. But that backyard, I was getting back to that. It stays so wet back there until it gets to be spring and summer. Uh, and you
Well,
can't do nothing back there hardly when it's winter.
that's kind of the way it is up here on top of the mountain. It's old clay, better clay up here on top of the mountain. It gets slicker than ill crap, and and the frost line. I mean, it's got a 24-inch frost line, and I made the mistake. I built my shop out there and didn't put a floor in it because I'm originally from South Carolina, so I mean we was pure sand down there in South Carolina, and and so in the wintertime it didn't make no difference. You could have a sand floor shop and all that stuff, but up here where that shop got hot or got warm and then cold, warm, cold, warm, cold, it would start it would actually start raining inside the shop, and that mud would bog up on the tires or anything else that deep. I mean, you tried to walk in there to do anything. So
Then when the spring comes, the thaw, you got
yeah,
you got your frost line, your upheaval.
yeah,
It wants to raise everything up that's in the ground. That's
it's
not deep
Space
enough.
Ranger.
Space strangers. Hello, hello.
Hey, Tim, what's going on there? UFO, Space Rangers. Y'all need to go check out his that channel right there. He's got another channel, but y'all need to check that one out. He's got some music on there. He's got songs on there that he recorded.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I hadn't never. I drove a truck all my life, but I never stayed in one place to find out how the ground works in these colder areas.
Hmm.
And so, but I mean, but down in South Carolina, when I was home once in South Carolina, I could do with a dirt floors and all that stuff because it was pure sand. I mean,
Right. See, Georgia and South Carolina's got almost the same weather I got.
uh huh,
Almost.
yeah,
We're in the same planning zone Georgia and parts of South Carolina is in the same planting zone as I am.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
miss
did you change your own truck tires? Was you owner operator? Did you own your own truck?
I've done that. I was owner operator. I drove a company truck for most of the time, but when I finally became my own, finally bought my own truck, and then I had an accident, and that put me kind of out of the business. It wasn't my fault, but I had a guy run across the road, across the interstate, on foot,
Mm,
and I had nowhere to go.
mm.
That was dark too.
Yeah,
I had a lot
and
of friends that were
There's Miss Missy.
owner operators that and back when the going was good and they did good, and then I knew two or three right before I basically retired that got in it on the late side, and one out of those three uh are still in business. The other ones went out, but I was afraid of that. They went in at a bad time when the economy was terrible.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
But I
my
mean,
first one. My first truck I bought 2 year and a half to 2 years later. The oil field crash. Back in 87, 86, 87, the oil field was going down, and I got my truck in 85. Well, anyway, my second truck, I'd haul a lot of cane. When I get a flat, you talking about flats? There's no way my jacks could pick that truck up with a load of cane. No way. I'd have to call a tire man
Well,
and tell
when
him,
I
look, I got a load of cane in my trailer, and he knew exactly what to bring to pick that truck up or that trailer with the flat. It wasn't my trailer; it was the farmer's trailer. But the farmers was fixing my flats anyway.
well,
Because my truck was leased to them, they was supplying my fuel. I supplied my own oil, supplying my diesel, and I was burning off-road diesel.
well when I first went to work for the guy I worked for 26 years there at the gas station, flat fixing and everything. Uh, now we had regular little bottle hydraulic jacks, and then the last, I'm gonna say the last at least 10 years, we got the air over hydraulic jack. Still not the one on wheels. It was a bottle jack, but it made life a lot simpler to hook that air hose up on. And I ain't no telling how many I've torn up though.
well, when
We
I
jack
when I
them up.
come,
They's overloaded with clay and fixing the
Yeah,
flat on them, and it's all you can do. Well,
uh,
that's
a,
too
a
much weight on.
40 ton bottle jack
yeah,
ain't doing nothing with 50 tons of cane.
we
Just
had
50 tons of cane. No, more than that.
when I come out of high school, that's
Because
all
a
I
hundred,
had.
a hundred tons in that 57 foot, there was 100 tons of cane in there. Because my overweight ticket, I was 168,000 pounds. No, 163,000. I'm sorry, 163,000 pounds. The ticket was 1,800. The overweight ticket.
I was when I come out of high school, I was working in a body shop, and the guy that was working for, the he had the account for the town that for the trash trucks and fixing the tires and all that. The only time they would ever have a flat tire on a doggone trash truck, the daggum it would be when it's either pouring down rain, 110 daggum degrees outside, all that daggum stinking water dripping down on top of your head.
Yeah.
And the only thing I had was a bottle jack and a 4-way lug wrench with a big cheater pipe.
Damn.
And when we used to unmount our tires, when I first went to work for this man, for the several years, all we had was tire tools and a pipes, and then of course always just had the hand beater, you know,
Yeah.
You didn't have a
going up
pipe,
and down.
No,
the hammer, break,
Slide hammer
your
breakers,
slide hammer. You didn't
speed
have
break.
that for breaking
we
the
didn't.
bead.
We had
We
that, but
Oh,
peeling
okay.
them off, had to do just a tire tool and a pipe, for leverage. But like I say, in the last 15 years at least I worked there, we had the more modern hand tool that you stomp it in there with your foot and had that
Mhm.
little crooked end, about a 4, 5, 6 foot bar you slipped in it and peeled it over with no problem.
Yeah. I remember though, split rings. I used to fix a lot of those flats when I ran
We
that
did too.
Exxon station in Intercoastal City.
Uh,
And them split rings, man, when you put one
Oh
together,
yeah.
you had a cage you could roll that sucker in and then fill it up.
we
Because that
we
ring comes off of there and
mm,
you in the way, you're gonna get your knees taken off of your body.
we
We
never
had
we
we
had
didn't
one, never used it, the cage, we never did, I have to admit
Oh,
it, we never did.
yeah.
I
If you
never
ever see one and hear
I
one
I
come
I
off,
know, but I never did have a cage either. We had a log chain. We tied
oh
around
yeah.
both
Mhm,
sides of it, and that was how we did tires back when.
and, they had different ones, they had them two-piece and three-piece, and then they had them split rims where the rim in the center
Yeah,
broke loose. Now
Oh yeah.
that's the one that I did not like at all. Now that
I've
damn
never done
thing
one, thank God.
but now the ring type, if I pulled that ring off and it weren't stretched, and when I tapped it back on with my, hammer and it snapped in and I knew how it snapped in, I weren't
Mhm.
afraid of it,
yeah,
and,
Yeah,
I
but
didn't.
sometimes when that tire wants to come like that, that tire will actually cantilever it, throw it off of
Yeah,
there. It depends on where that tire's gonna pop first or what have you.
yeah,
Build up first. We used to put the tires under the jack. Okay, we had the car jack, the lift.
yeah, we did
Okay,
that
it was
on
a
the
big,
Ford, big
big cylinder in the ground, about 16 inches across, like that.
that's what
And you
we
had
had.
your spider gears, your spiders on it. But we would put it on the part that wasn't moving, that moved like that. We put it
Mhm.
under the stationary part halfway. And one of them rings come loose, and got from underneath there and went up and dented the tin in the roof. And that was a 14-foot ceiling.
that was, and that was why
Man,
we had to we put the put the log chain on it.
that's
I
after
mean,
that, we got a rack.
well, this guy this guy didn't he they were super old school and that I was working for. I mean, and
They've
but
always had, well, my boss was a welder. The guy was running the station, but he was a welder, so he built it himself.
yeah,
But we got a rack.
yeah, and it but I mean this guy was he was kind of in over his head. He just and he he got to where he like that white powder, and it don't take long to eat a big shop when you got when you like that
Yeah,
white powder. I mean,
yeah, yeah, candy.
yeah,
Yeah, I imagine.
Hey, Gleason, you were showing a planchet earlier when I was coming in,
Mhm.
and my computer was taking its time. Was that a type 1 or type 2 planchet?
Well, let's see.
Make yourself. I can't see it. Make yourself.
Oh, yeah, hang on,
Present yourself. I mean.
let me get this back off, I forgot I didn't never hang on here.
Okay, I see a rim, huh? Yeah, that's a type 2. It's been rimmed. Yeah, that's a type 2. That was rimmed in the mint and got away from the mint without being minted, through the press.
Mhm. How about that?
Is there a blob on there, or is that just the
It's just a spot,
glare, or is that the glare doing that on the flip?
it's a little no, it's actually like a little dirty, like a discoloration
Oh, okay.
in the copper.
Yeah, that's a type 2 planchet. It left the mint without going through the press.
Yeah. I was showing that necklace earlier, I put that dime. I got that back Big T string back in Christmas. It's got a heart stamped out in that.
Like one of those love tokens? Oh,
That,
yeah.
that's a
Right.
64 Rosie.
Oh, silver.
Uh-huh. And I put a little ring in it, and it already had the holes. Everything was already made. I mean, it's cut perfect.
Right. Yeah, that's that was the last year of the silver dimes, 64. Quarters, dimes. Last year and half dollars, but last year the 90% half dollars. They still made that half dollar in silver, but only 40% in 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 1970. They still made 40% half dollars. 71, no more silver for half dollars.
Yeah.
What you got, a mint set up there?
Yeah, it's a P&D uh, bicentennial.
Oh, wow.
It's just a.
Hey, do they have a date on the envelope?
It says 1976. That's all.
No, like a postmark
No,
or
that's all
nothing.
on this one. Just like that right
Okay,
there.
but now that way, if you have the envelope or you ordered those in 1975, because they made the bicentennials in 75 and 76, because it was a big deal and people were going to hoard them. So they didn't mint quarters, halves, and dollars in 1975 with the date of 1975 on them. You're not going to find a quarter or half dollar with the 1975 year stamped on it. They didn't stamp them 1975. They did 76, the bicentennials.
Mhm.
But if you got the mailer that it came in with the postmark and it's 1975, you get more money for that bicentennial set since it's a 1975 struck bicentennial set. You get more money. Not much more, but you get a couple dollars more.
I just threw these up here earlier when I came in, just have something to talk about.
Right.
But I'm like a card salesman. Know anything I got's for sale.
Oh, yeah. Tim said he's got a penny like that.
Yeah. Now,
Like
what's
you
his
died.
name? You said you call him
Space
Tim?
Rangers.
Uh-huh.
Space Rangers recording studio.
But yeah, I was showing this earlier tonight, Cajun. Did I show you that?
Got a casino token or?
No, that's from one of the fun shows back when it almost back to
Oh,
the beginning.
yeah. In fact, me and you talked about it, and
Florida United
I
Numismatics,
looked it up for you.
Numismatics. And
Yeah,
but
I,
this
I
one's
looked it
got
up.
the
I looked it
19.
up for you.
It's got the
That's
six.
when we found out what year they started the fun show and all that.
It started in 1955, I believe, but it was in Miami then,
Yeah, sure
and
was.
then now it's in Orlando. But I put it out. I need to make a video on that one. I'm gonna try to find some of those folks that go to the uh, fun show,
Yeah.
and maybe they might want it to collect. That's
Copper
why.
coins. Chuck, he goes. ECP goes. Uh, yeah, there was a bunch of them that went this year. They were over there and they were live. Man, I forget all who went there.
There's all kind of auctions around here with silver coins and stuff like that, but I don't know how to grade it, and I don't know how all that stuff works, so I don't mess with it.
A lot of times, if you got auctions like that, you have coins in slabs that are already graded by PCGS or NGC.
So a lot of it's just bags of silver, basically, with coins in 'em. I mean,
Oh, really?
silver
Wow.
dollars and stuff like that. I
Wow.
mean, but that stuff usually that stuff is it's just it brings just enough that I'm I don't want to take a chance. I don't want to take a chance on it. So
You can't hardly go wrong with some silver.
Yeah,
Hey,
because
there's
silver,
McCoy.
it
See,
depends on how much you pay for a bag of silver and how much it weighs. You'll probably get it cheaper than spot price. Market
um,
market price.
that's a pretty 64 Canadian penny there. I mean,
It
gee,
sure in the hell is. That's a young head too.
BU.
That's a Elizabeth Young head. She's real pretty on the other side of that coin. Young, 15 years old. That's her. 15 years old on that coin. Well, when that portrait, when they engraved it, she was 15. But because the Young heads has been out since 62 or 63, I think,
I'm not sure.
or they stopped it in the
They
Young heads in 64 or 65. They were out several years. It might have been in the uh, late 50s. They might have started. I forgot. I've got a bunch of nice young heads though that are in that condition. I'd put that in the flip.
Yeah, I need to get some more. I'm out of
Which
cardboard.
ones?
Those
Cardboard?
cardboard. Yeah, I need to get some someday. Well,
All right, let me go through. I think I got some penny flips or some bunch of nickel flips. I know I got a lot of nickel flips,
that'll
and I
work
put I
too.
put pennies in nickels. I
Yeah.
don't buy dime flips because I put dimes in my penny flips, and if I run out of penny flips, I put pennies in my nickel flips.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do.
They got more room like that.
yeah. Well, I mean, I had probably $100 face value of silver dollars and all that stuff that Granddaddy had collected through the years at the store, at his local country store. But I let my brother move in to my house for a while,
Oh, yeah, I heard that
and
story.
he claimed all of that. He took, when he left, he took all that. Well,
Mm.
he's dead now, so I can't go after him. But I mean, I had but Granddaddy always saved a bunch of them coins, and out of I mean, that's what basically his grandkids got out of the deal was
At
no
the least,
coins, separate coins.
them,
But
them dollar coins you had there, at the least, they's in just average condition. They's worth right around $30 a piece.
yeah, I mean, we had I had the dollars. I had all all I had I had real. I mean, Buffalo nickels and stuff that you could actually read. I mean, they were good enough that you could read. I don't know what they grade out to be, but they were.
Yeah,
You could actually see what it was.
all
Hmm.
right.
Uh, I
I'll
mean,
tell
they
you
were.
what, Daryl. If you would ever see a BU Buffalo nickel,
Yeah,
Indian head nickel, dude, if you would ever hold one in your hand, like in a slab, but brilliant uncirculated, like that penny,
hmm
you would be amazed at how much detail them things got because you are so used to seeing them wore out. They old,
yeah,
they well loved, and they wore out, rode up hard, put up wet, and all that. Uh, but you would be amazed at how much detail is in those things.
Dave says I'm back now, but I never left.
Dave's not here, man. Dave knows about them Buffalo nickels and them proof coins and BU. He knows all about that.
well, he had some old timey paper money too. I mean,
Mhm. That
that he
oh,
he,
oh, you mean yeah, that
Yeah,
he has.
like
$5
silver
stuff.
notes,
Yeah,
gold notes, silver notes.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, I
But you
mean
know,
when they
back
died when they died, it kind of got it got split up between all his grandkids. I mean, but I ended up with about $100 worth for my part. I had and like I said, we left the safe and all in South Carolina, and somehow or another, my brother just he pried the lid up, I reckon, and got them out because they wasn't there no more. So,
Mm, that's too bad. That man, I tell you what.
and the problem is he probably give them away for friggin' face value.
I wonder, Cajun, nowadays, if a fella still had one of them. I'm talking about a large note. I'm talking about like a $10,000 bill. There
Mm.
is no telling how much bills that size would be worth. And now, am I right or wrong? Did they not also make $100,000 bill before?
Yeah, and they made $1 million bill too, but
Hmm?
uh, those were never in the public. A $10,000 bill, I think that's the largest bill that was in the public.
Yeah, yeah,
$100,000 bill note, those were traded between banks instead of a bunch of 20s or hundreds or whatever, you know.
right.
They had those special bills, those bills were specially made for the uh, money institutions, okay? Savings and loans, banks, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Now, I've heard stories that there's some people that had $50,000 bills. So, and I'm not going to say no because I've heard the story too many times, and I've heard stories from the old people. You know,
yeah,
Well, Cajun talking about all this old money. My nephew uh, is supposed to be bringing me a 1943 penny that he got changed, and I said, "Well, uh,
steel penny.
most
Okay,
likely." He says it ain't steel. He said it's copper and everything, you know. And I said, David, I said his name's David,
right.
and I said, if you got one of them, I said it's more than likely it's fake. I said because some people there were some fakes made of it,
Hmm.
and all he swears. He says I don't know how he said it looks real. He said I've had it put up. He says it's at home. He's gonna bring it over, and
First thing you do is weigh it. If
that's
it
what I
does,
told him.
if
I
it
want
doesn't
to weigh it.
weigh
I
three
got a
point one, it's fake.
yeah, and I got like this right here. I got a brand new. It's a weight man. I just got it about a month ago. Uh, you know what that? You know what's that's on there on this? That's I believe it said it was. It's coat. It's got it's coated with platinum or something. Now I didn't pay it, but it was cheap. But how could it have that expensive type of a metal? I guess because it's so thin.
Yes, very thin, very very thin.
But you
I
can
mean,
tell
couple of cents worth of platinum.
yeah.
You know, a dime, 15, 20, 25 cents worth.
The color kind of caught my eye when I was ordering it, and I said, "Well,
Is
if it's
that
that
a
pretty,
AW? Is that a AWS?
what the machine?
Yeah.
It's a weight man."
Oh, okay. I got an AWS, American Weights and Standards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't expensive, but it wasn't cheap neither.
This one didn't. It wasn't. I don't know, $10, $15. Wasn't much. Well, well, well.
What I like about them, you got the tear button.
Mm-hmm.
You could put a little container, like say for gold dust or whatever. You can put a small container, couple inches by couple inches, whatever, something that fit on your platform there.
Yeah.
Put that on there. It's going to show you what it weighs. Okay, you just hit the tear button. It's going to zero out. And then you put your gold dust or your little shavings of silver, and you can weigh if you drill, do any silver work, you can, like that dime, or any kind of engraving, with carving tools, and jewelers, they save all that dust and then shavings when they make rings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you put all that stuff in that little container that's on that scale, and you don't have to figure out all that crap, the weight of that thing, plus and then minus the weight. You just hit tear and then start throwing your junk silver in there, and it tells you exactly what you got.
Yep. Boys, I hate to cut us all off already, but I'm gonna have to go. I've got to have to help my wife here before she goes to bed, change and put on her some medical things I have to help her out with, and here in just a minute I got to do it.
No, I'll
And
give you a call in a couple of days, Gleason.
that'll work. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay on after tonight. I'm gonna go because she's come to the door a while ago, so I know I'll
I'll
walk
probably
in
give
here.
you a call Sunday or so. All right, guys, look, you gotta know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Stay safe. Be that way, and stay safe. All right. As always, love, peace, and crackling grease. And we catch y'all later. Blue tie.
See you, Mr.
Oh,
I'm
Adrian.
off. I'm off to Power Stroke Judes.
Mr. ATV, I can't catch your name if that's okay.
Daryl. It's Daryl.
Daryl, I'll try to remember, but till I get used to you, I'll forget.
Yeah. Uh,
Thanks for coming in tonight. I appreciate
all
it.
right. Anytime. I'll talk with you later.
All right. Have a good night. See
You too.
y'all. Take care.
More time.